Hello, Kristofarians. You're welcome to this special jam session. And as you know, this is not your regular host. This is someone different. But it's also because this is a special day. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice. We have been rejoicing, and we're glad in it. It's the day we're celebrating 25 years of the one and only, someone you've known for many years, either as Lucee Mohammed or as Mama Lucee or Mama Reggae. She is 25 years. 2 days ago, she was 25 years in the reggae business. In a lot of things she has done for the music business. And I am here today with someone special. My name is Odo Diego Kenyedo. I am here with the Emperor, El Crescendo.
Yeah! So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Emperor El Crescendo in the studio.
Yes.
It's exciting to celebrate someone who has been consistent in the ministry of reggae love, reggae vibe, and reggae niceness.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And Mama, 25 years, 9 albums. You know, there's a lot of stories. So if you look at this table, it's full of stories, right from cassettes to VHS, antique. Mama, what's this story?
Honestly,
how did you encounter reggae?
Reggae encountered me.
Okay.
Because I remember growing up as a child, and I had this cousin who used to play a lot of reggae music. And I fell in love with the vibes. I fell in love with the skanking. I fell in love with the rhythm, particularly the bass lines. Far then I was young, and I fell in love with the reggae. We had different clubs, in my community, but I just fell in love with the reggae club.
Whoa.
Just because of reggae music.
Whoa.
And I remember I would go and watch them skank just to listen to the bass lines. I didn't know what the lyrics meant.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the lyrical content meant to them because I didn't understand patois as of then. Yeah. But I was in love with reggae. And I remember growing up as early as 1991, the only Nigerian artist I loved so much was Aviad Now Ogoli. And that was all because of the reggae music. I wish you happy birthday.
Oh, gosh.
So
wow.
I went looking for her, and then she ended up becoming my mentor. So I'll record demos, take to her house, and she will listen and give some corrections. And this one thing I want to say, that people coming up need mentors. A lot of times people don't think
a superstar. I mean, at the end of then like
I looked for her the way you look for anything you need. And I found her, and she accepted me and decided to mentor me. And it grew from there. But in 1995, I'd recorded an album titled Boys. Because when I was growing, I had this passion that I want to bring change. So I wrote a song, Boys, because I thought I wanted to speak to boys to stop doing wrong things. Boys, 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 boys. Oh no, boys, you better be good. And
is that here?
No. The Lord took that one away. He took that one away. Because
True.
when I became born again in 1995, one of the things the Lord began to say to me, say, you have to change your music. Okay. He didn't say change reggae, he said change the music. Okay. I grew later to understand that it was about the spirit and the lyrics. Okay. So God didn't take away reggae from me. He didn't take away the passion for reggae as a genre of music, but he took away the former lyrics and he took away the former spirit and gave me another spirit. The spirit of the living God. That changed everything. And so the first album came in 1998, February 1998, Glory to Your Name. Okay. This is the first album, Glory to Your Name.
Is this video or is this?
This is video.
Okay.
So I had audio and video. In fact, this album, I have a funny story. This is the album that I launched in Lagos because I happened to be the first person to release an album in my place where I come from.
Oh, yeah.
So
Where is that?
I come from Mbube. In Ogoja local government across River State. Right. So that was like a big thing because everybody from my place wanted to hear it. So those in Abuja said, oh, why not bring the album to Abuja and do a relaunch? I came to Abuja and that was how somebody who was planning landed me in Hilton. And I ended up in that setup, I ended up doing a relaunch in Hilton as far back as 1998.
Wow.
So it's funny. And
is that one of those pictures you...
Yes, I have the picture. This is the launch, the album launch in Lagos. That picture is old, 25 years old.
Wow.
And I think I have the this is a producer.
Okay.
I work with. They call him Mark Richman. I did 3 albums with him. In the same 1998, I released God Can Do It.
Okay.
This is a song that this album went, in fact, in my place where I come from, one of the songs here, Lucky Loberen, have been translated in so many other languages within the state. Lucky Loberen, Lucky Loberen, Lucky Loberen. And so a number of songs here went, everywhere.
What does Lucky Loberen mean?
Lucky Loberen means loving your neighbor as you love yourselves.
Okay.
And from the first to the 3rd album, one of the things I want to give God thanks today is the fact that I've had my songs being used in churches, particularly from where I come from, for the past 25 years.
Whoa.
So I give God thanks, I give God the glory. And today, summarizing 25 years into 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes is not quite easy, but I want to use the opportunity to thank God for the things that music have opened, created opportunities for me. Yeah. Music created opportunities for me to go to nations like Jamaica, for example, and music created opportunity for me to create a studio. I had a recording studio, and in that studio, we could do a lot. Music has given me opportunity to win souls. So I'm really using the 25 years to celebrate God for souls.
Yeah.
For souls, for the past 25 years, because every opportunity music has given to me, God have actually enabled me to use that platform or that opportunity to win souls. Even when I was running the studio for 7.5 years, we had programs, Glory Music Artistry Studio, we were doing programs. Music gave me opportunity. The years I was doing crusades, I and my team, music made those crusades easier because people knew the songs and most of them didn't know Lucee Mohammed. So when you're here, Lucee Mohammed is coming for a crusade, people will gather, not because they wanted the word, but because they wanted to see Lucee Mohammed. And God used that to bring the crowd and used that to bring the word to the crowd. So I am very grateful because one major thing music has done for me, He has given me, I'm an evangelist by calling. So God gave me music as a tool. And honestly, it has been very useful. Music has been very useful in my hand. And when
I want to break a bit there and let's have the audience see what we are talking about. If they also have seen the music, what would you like to perform for us? Let them see a little of what everyone has been seeing for 25 years. Oh, well, I would like to go back 25 years and go to the first album and do the song, They That Trust in Him. They that trust in Him, they will never put to shame. All right. Kristofarians, the jam session is beginning and is hot and hot and hot. So let's hear They That Trust in Him right away.
Possible for them that believe. Do you believe? Hallelujah. They that trust in the Lord, they that trust in Him, they will never be put to shame. They that trust in Him, they will never fail. They that trust in the Lord, they that trust in Him, every day they will never be put to shame. They that trust in Him. Because
I will never fail. I will never fail.
Oh, then I trust in him. Yeah.
That will never be put to shame.
Mama.
Hallelujah.
Wow, wow,
Lovely
wow,
tune.
wow.
You encountered Mama long time ago.
Road boy.
Yeah. like someone who grew up into reggae, came from a family of reggae artists. In those days, when you are about with dread, they don't see you as responsible. But I grew up in a family where all my elder ones were into reggae. I grew up to meet them, we do it. And to encounter Mama, to see a woman doing gospel reggae. We grew up, Eviedna Ogoli and many others doing reggae music, long time. You understand? So we pride ourselves that we came out from the church, despite the secular music we did, we're now into gospel reggae. And to find someone who you just discovered has been doing reggae music a long way. I've known Mama Lucee a long time, seen her from afar. So about 3 years ago, I was privileged to be invited to be a part of a movement that will revolutionize the lives of people, the Kristofarian movement. And it was a privilege and an honor. I made her understand, look, I've known you a long time. I've loved you a long time, because just like you have Rita Marley in Jamaica, that's how you are here for us in Nigeria and in Africa.
And she looks like Rita.
Oh boy, you're telling me. When I showed her, I said, look, Muma, do you know you look alike? And she was like surprised. It's been wonderful. To talk about Mama Lucee, she's inspiration. She doesn't just inspire, she's inspiration. I'm not just saying it because we're celebrating her. I'm saying it because personally, she's impacted me. When you're in that place and you feel you are Mr. Niceness, then you see somebody giving you what is called the real niceness.
Yes.
You'll be amazed. Mama Lucee, she has what we call her Mama Lucee. It was not a mistake.
Yeah.
She has the capacity to
real
carry,
Mama.
to be real Mama, to carry everybody. And ma'am, we're celebrating you. My encounter with you is been wonderful, and I'll tell you, no regrets.
No,
If I have an opportunity, I would have known you 20 years earlier. Yeah.
Is it
great
this?
Lucee calls you Mama Reggae.
Mama Reggae,
There's
yeah.
pictures of some of the things
Yeah.
you've done with
Gucci,
Gucci.
this was Abuja Reggae Fire. Before we some years back, we used to run Abuja Reggae Fire, and then I remember in this concert, he's had to sing from the airport. He had to sing off phone because he missed his flight. He came all the way from US.
Okay.
To catch up with the Abuja Reggae Fire.
In fact, the flight was grounded.
Wow.
Yeah, the flight was grounded. They couldn't fly because the weather there. Yeah.
He had to sing, But is it? Let me go say something about Buchi, Panam, and some of these big men of God that have been in music. The same way I went after Aviad now when I wasn't born again.
Yes.
When I gave my life to Christ in 1995 and the Lord began to deal with me, that music is part of the things that I have to continue to do, I began to look for mentors in the kingdom. That was how I met some of them. That was how I was able to find my way, and I was able to get to Buchi, Papa Panam. God bless some of these. God bless all the great men of God that have been mentors and fathers to me. Because at the end of the day, if I could look for a mentor while I was not born again, why don't I need people in the kingdom who are ahead of what I'm doing, what I want to do? So a lot of times we have artists, we have people who are just on their own. They are not working with anybody.
Yes.
They're not learning from anybody.
Yes.
And so that's how it has been. These great men of God are people that sometimes when I'm recording an album, before I release an album, they will listen.
Yeah.
But if you were there where Papa Panam came for the Jamaican project, the New Heights album,
We're going to go to the Jamaican project. I was going to talk about
so that is it. So December 1998, God Can Do It was born. 1999, Set Me on Fire was born. 2001, He Anointed My Head. 2006, these two albums, this worship album, The Throne of Grace, came. And then We had Onward Way 2011. We had the Onward Way with God.
Mama, are you performing that for us?
Yes,
today?
we're going to do that.
Yeah, man, you could do that, you know. Our way.
And then
Our
in
way.
2018, a woman has went
Yeah,
viral,
man,
came very
everywhere.
far.
Best. Of them
So
all. And that was produced by Jeremiah. Gyang.
yes, so some of these albums, like He Anointed My Head, this is Jeremiah Gyang. A Woman is Jeremiah Gyang. Onward Way is Jeremiah Gyang.
Yeah.
So then there was another producer called Timothy when I had my own studio, the Glory Music Studio.
And this
So-
is this is somebody.
Yeah, man, Freddie. Freddie guy.
Yeah.
True.
So I've known Fred many years now. We're in Dynamics Choir in Area 1 together as far back as 1999.
Yeah.
1999, I met him in the choir, and my late husband fell in love with his songs. The glory of this latter house. So my late husband was a reggae lover. The music he
We'll come
loved
back
was
to that
reggae.
quickly. So I will take some tunes from Mama, some because it's a jam session.
I hope it's Onward Way.
Well,
Yeah.
Onward Way has to be there.
No, we'll do Onward
massive.
Way.
All
We'll do
right,
Onward Way.
Kristofarian. More performances from the great Mama Lucee is
So
happening right
do.
away.
The onward way with God. keep on stretching forward in the onward way we go. Onward way, the onward way, the onward way, the onward way we go. The onward way, the onward way, the onward way we go. The onward way, the onward way, the onward way we go. The onward way, the onward way, the onward way we go. Living in righteousness, living in righteousness. While we wait, living in righteousness. While we wait, living in righteousness. It's coming back again. Living in righteousness. It's coming back, living in righteousness. It's coming back again. Living in righteousness. It's coming back, living in righteousness. It's coming back again. Living in righteousness. It's coming back, living in righteousness. 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 Living in righteousness.
It's a wonderful thing to
be a woman.
A woman.
A woman, honestly, God
Great woman.
in His wisdom
Wow.
made it so.
Your husband, may his soul rest in peace, was
Yes.
a strong pillar of the work. Tell us a little about him.
Honestly. Well, my husband was a military officer, a lover of God and a lover of people. And he was a great supporter of everything good
Yeah.
we're doing together. He was a very strong partner, a sponsor, and indeed a very great partner I had. So, but it pleased the Lord in 2013
13,
to call him at 52. That was like, taking off these lights and everywhere becoming dark
Mm.
and waiting for light to come. It was, the situations like that cannot be described in one word. So it was a very difficult moment, a very drastic change.
Yeah.
Very drastic change, because I remember, like I said before, that music, one of the things that music has done for me is to, create opportunities for me to be on different platforms, different churches, meet different ministers, meet people home and abroad. I've had series of interviews, big and small interview, TV, radio. It brought me to even becoming a presenter myself and everything. And I remember ministering in different churches and everything. I remember one day a bishop asked me a question when I finished ministering in their church, and he looked at me and said, "Where were bishops when a soldier saw you and married you?" Because he felt that this grace and this anointing shouldn't be a soldier's wife. Should have been a pastor's wife.
And why not? Why shouldn't
so
he be a soldier's
and
wife?
I remember my answer was, "Sir, I became like this from the barracks."
Mm.
That was my answer. I became like this from the barracks. So that's why I don't believe that environment and certain limitations can actually stop somebody completely, because I released my first album as a married woman.
Mm.
I released my second album as a married woman.
Yeah.
In fact, it's only the two last albums that I released as a widow.
Whoa.
So
Shine your
sight
light
for us to see. So you can imagine me releasing 7 albums as a soldier wife.
Yeah.
I remember the first album in Bonicam, Lagos. I was called to the military office, and they congratulated me and thanked me for what I'm doing in the barracks. And because I had a video, "Call on the name Jesus, name above all the names." And I did the video with soldier wives.
Okay.
And everybody carry your husband uniform. So,
You people were the king of the barracks.
AIT Lagos used to play some of these videos, like God, like call on name Jesus, God can do it, you're beautiful for us to shine, Jesus, you are a miracle. AIT Lagos then used to play a lot of those songs. So the way they were watching those videos, they called me and said, "People think that there's nothing good about soldiers, but see how you have made us to,
Okay, nice.
people, so I was being encouraged to keep doing what I was doing as a soldier wife.
Yeah.
So God calling him and taking him away at 52, about 10 years ago, was not funny. But one of the things that happened to me when he passed, I said to myself, I won't let his effort go in vain, because the kind of support and encouragement he gave me, I won't let his physical death ruin everything.
Yeah.
So I found strength also from the way he supported me.
Yeah.
And God has helped me as well to keep the fire. And after some time, we came out with this strong album that's done
Muma.
very well.
Woman.
And then
One of my best
at the
songs
end,
live, you know.
and then what do with music, like out of all these 9 albums, everybody have their best.
Yes.
That is the issue. So sometimes people call me to ask for one song here or there that you wonder why the person loved that song and is still looking for the song many years after. And along the line, the Lord now opened a greater door for me to use music to.
Talk to us about this Jamaica before we go, because we've got just a few minutes to go into many more performances, and then we round off the show.
Well, I remember being in the US for an Every Nation conference with my father in the Lord, Pastor Nat Ayedebo, and other ministers from Nigeria. And I sat there, I saw there's a part of the program that is called Flag of Nations. And that particular day, the Flag of Nations passed and there was no Jamaican flag. For reasons I cannot tell, a burden just came on me concerning the Jamaican flag. You can see the Jamaican flag here in this album. And I never understood fully why that burden was there. So along the line, they gave us opportunities to go into some other smaller meetings. And then there was this meeting for missionaries and evangelists. And they say, any nation that the Lord is laying in your heart, just fill it in the form. And that was how I feel to Jamaica. And I began to pray for Jamaica. I came back home, I told the man of God that this is the nation that the Lord laid in my heart. He just prayed for me and said, don't worry, at the appointed time, God will open the door. And by 2015, something happened. A concert was going on in Abuja, and I wasn't part of the organizers. I don't even know how it began. At the end of the day, I was called upon, and they went online, looked for my picture, inserted the picture, and insisted I have to be part of that program. And that was how I met Lieutenant Stitchie. Only to discover that thing that God said from some years past, he was going to use that moment to bring it to pass. So Stitchie looked at me because I had this conference, interview, and I was representing a Nigerian artist while he was speaking as a foreign artist. So at the end of the day, we had a number of interviews around the city together. And one of the days, he looked at my phone and had to go through some of my videos because I have a number of videos online. And at the end of the day, he just looked at me and said, you are good. What you need is help. Don't worry. When I get back, I'm sending you an invitation. That's how this discussion started. And the Lord made it possible for me to be there in 2016. And that was how recording a full live recording album in Jamaica came.
And his wife, Stitchie's wife,
was one of the ladies that backed up. And then I have a song that I did together with Lieutenant Stitchie, and I did another song with Joan Richards. And so it's a very, very strong
love job. Oh, my favorite.
Love people.
Don't tell me that love.
A lot of times people tell you they love God, but don't love people.
Yeah.
So, and this is how he introduced me to the best of producers that he was working with, Reverend Don, and one thing led to the other. And thank God for all the supporters, the sponsor, Mrs. Giwa, more people that sponsored, and God brought it to pass. But I realized that, and I left Michiano, I met Queen Africa, I met the lady, Lady Saw, a number of them. I had pictures with them, and I have all these pictures. So at the end of the day, my greatest joy is how God used music to open the door of Jamaica to me, and how he used music to get me there. And he got me into a number of churches where I had the opportunity to share the word of God, to preach, to pray for people, and to lead people to Christ. So each time I look at this album, I see beyond the album, because I see the souls that I was privileged to lead to Christ, who are right there growing and doing whatever God has saved them to do. So that was just part of the things that God did for me with the opening that He gave me to Jamaica through music, and
All
it
right.
led to souls, and I'm grateful. So today I'm giving God back the glory for all the platforms, for all the wonderful people, and how music even brought me to Akweya TV.
Yeah. And the great things you're
and the
doing.
great things that we are all doing, and how music brought about the jam sessions, how music, and now we're talking about the Kristofarian movement. And because the man of God, their father-in-law just called me and said, don't you have other reggae artists that you guys can come together and begin to do a reggae festival? Oh, what are we waiting for? And now we've done 2 years. We're looking forward to 2023 Rhythm of Light
International Gospel
Reggae
Reggae.
Festival.
So, reggae music is God's music.
Oh, God's music.
Reggae music is God's
God's
music.
music.
So, gone are the days where we thought that the devil was actually, owning anything in that area. Look here, forget about the little conceptions,
Misconceptions.
See, this misconception, because at the end of the day, God is the owner of everything.
Yeah.
He gave
And
it.
so, reggae music, we're taking it back.
We're taking it
Back
back
now.
We've taken it back
Oh, yeah.
already.
And music is God music. We're taking it back now.
Yeah.
So we give God thanks for the opportunity sincerely. That's all I'm majorly thanking God for today, 25 years after. The
25.
opportunities that
25.
God have used reggae music, used music, gospel music. When I became the prayer secretary for FORPMON is the Fellowship of Gospel Music Ministers of Nigeria. When I got there as a musician, it created a room for me to be, to serve as the prayer secretary for 4 years. So imagine if I wasn't doing music.
Yeah.
Surely, probably, there may never have been anything that would have connected me to that opportunity. Just imagine me here in Akweya TV. If I wasn't doing music, probably being here, may not have been like this. So this is how music have been creating opportunities and platforms for us to share the word, for us to reach out and be a blessing.
All
So
right.
I'm very grateful. Thank
All
you,
right.
Akweya TV.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the Kristofarian family.
Muma.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
thank you. We're all in this together, and we have all made it happen together.
All right. So, Mama, congratulations. And
Thank you, sir.
on behalf of all the Kristofarians, I will say this big congratulations, and watch some more performances by the great Mama Lucee at 25 in the music business.
And
Thank you so much,
counting.
and stay tuned. Please keep sharing these videos.
a daughter, she's a mother, she's a worker, she's a helper, she's a judge, she's a lawyer, and a comforter to me. My God, when I saw to me the need, they need a blood. He made us all. Woman, you're just a mystery.
Nigeria. Like sentence love off with a comma. I'm gonna love you like a papa noun love grammar. I'm gonna love you like how the cloud like fish to a rainwater. Like how grand died as a lamb to a slaughter. Fire like a wall of upper matter. Like a member see that like a monkey love banana. Love ya.
Love ya, love ya. Love ya, love ya. There is love and there is peace. In your heart, just kill the beast. There is love and there is peace. In your heart, just kill the beast. Love is all we need today. Oh, and love is in our hearts to start. Oh, love is all we need today. Oh, and love is in our hearts to start. Oh, love is all we need today. Oh, and love is in our hearts to start. Don't tell me that the love when you don't love people. Don't tell me that the love when you don't love evil. Don't tell me that the love.
Okay, this one song I love so much from the album He Anointed My Heart, and this song was recorded in 2001. The song means so much to me because the song is a prayer and a daily prayer in my heart.
Now it shall come to pass in the latter days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. Many shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways. Lord, I thank you for the power of your word upon the end time church. Shall be a rod of Jesse, who shall stand as a banner of salvation to the people. For the Gentiles shall seek him, and his resting place shall be glorious. The resting place of the Lord is already glorious, and his hand of love is already straight out to the nations, bringing back the remnants of the people back to himself. You cannot afford to backslide from the church now. God anointed a man called Saul. May we Saul visit to please his men. Oh, You will keep me from failing you in my time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You will keep me from failing you in my time. Every night, Lord, you will keep me from failing you in my time. Every night you live with me, Lord, you will keep me from failing you in my time. Every night, Lord, you will keep me from failing you in my time.